Good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. It is April 24th. Do you realize we're like just, I don't know, what, 8 more months until Christmas? We're going to let that sink in for a few. Just let it sink in for a few. Okay? So, good morning. Yeah, that's right. It is 8 more months until Christmas. Well, Christmas Eve, I should say. If that doesn't scare the heck out of you, I'm not sure really what will for the morning. So, there you go. Good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are having a fabulous morning. We are going to be doing something slightly different. After 4 years of doing Sasses, and after being in this business for almost 6 years, I am going to be making stuff for me. Right, and so any of the things that you see here on the Sass are usually made for clients. They're made just because. And all of the mess ups in my life end up in my kitchen, end up in my drawers, end up wherever, right? I never make anything for me. So today we're going to make stuff for me. So as you can see, this is going to be our theme. It is Mom's Day. That's right, Mother's Day, whether you're a mother of the two-legged or four-legged kind, you're still a mama, right? So this is my shirt. This shirt is from Lucky Bird. The design is for me. All the designs you're going to see today are literally, this entire Sass is about everything that Nikki loves and that what I wanted. So everything was designed by me. It's completely just being selfish for myself and giving me a little me time in this Sass. So good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are fabulous. I have a truly special treat for you, and it comes in the way of this right here. Let's see if I can find the right one. Give me 1 second. I don't want to grab the wrong one. All right. Couple things I want to show you today. And here's your special treat. I am honored and privileged to be with these fine ladies. Let me see where it is. Why isn't it on my board? Let me introduce you to the ladies of the Sass. That is right. I finally got my stuff together, and you get to meet the ladies of the Sass. You get an actual visual. Well, if you notice, there's 2 more ladies that I've added. So let's give a warm welcome to Cheyenne and Amanda. Cheyenne is the newest mod over at the Sassy Subber, and my sister Amanda has joined the team. So say good morning to the ladies. We have Jess and Jody, who are definitely a mainstay here at the Sass. You have Jody over on YouTube, Jess over on Facebook, and then you have Cheyenne and Amanda who are helping those 2 ladies out. Plus, they're going to be doing some things. You'll be seeing links everywhere. Those 2 ladies will be responsible for that. So say good morning to my beautiful 4 ladies of the Sass. Say good morning, good morning, good morning to Jess, Jody, Cheyenne, and Amanda. Why, yes, my sister is actually a mod over in my group, and as I'm embarking on the most incredible journey of my life, my sister will be by my side as we open up our own brick and mortar when I move to Florida, which will probably be before the end of this year for those who have been following along. I am on an epic journey as my children leave the nest, and this nest is moving south. That's right. So I live here in upstate New York, and I'm going to be moving south to be closer to my sister and my mom. And so this will be just an epic move for me. You guys will hear about it throughout the Sasses in the next couple months as Kevin and I make our way south. So there you go. So let's get circling back around to this as you see those ladies. All right, so make sure you guys know who they are. But yeah, like I said, we're headed south. This year will probably be when I'll be going instead of next year, which is kind of cool. So there we go. The lag today is incredible on the Sass this morning. Oh my goodness gracious. The lag is absolutely crazy. So let's talk about Mother's Day. Mother's Day can be a great theme. Now, you guys see it on my shirt right now. I took the word mom, put my children's name in the middle of the word mom, made this really cute theme. It's all going to be based on this whole shirt theme. We are going to be doing a tumbler from RREM Distributor. We're going to be doing a coffee mug from JDS. We're making a key fob, and the key fob, all the hardware for that. You can get the key fob stuff from Country Brook Design, and then the tassels, I got those off of Amazon. We're gonna do car coasters. Those come from Sublimation Underground. We're doing the chapstick and the hand sanitizer holders. Those come from Driven by Graphics Supply Co. So lots of fun stuff, but let's just get right into it. We're going to talk about the different things. Grab your cup of coffee, grab your notepad. You're going to watch me build a theme based on pink and yellow sunflowers. Let's get to it. All right, so here's what you're going to need for this fun little tutorial, right? So we have, let me make sure everybody's good to go. Okay. Not cool, Sassy, not cool. I don't know what's not cool, Sassy. Oh, okay, so here's your key fob stuff. When you get it comes in a roll. This comes from Country Brook Design. You also can get the hardware. Now this little fun contraption that you see right here, this I got off of Amazon. It's key fob pliers. And then this kind of just saves your hand. It also stops you from marking up completely your hardware. So we're going to be working with that. These two little pieces of hardware, your jump rings, are for this. This is the hand sanitizer holder. This is the chapstick holder. These come from Driven by Graphics Supply Co. So that's where this is going to be. Then we have our car coasters because I need new ones anyway. So we're going to be building on that theme. We have the skinny tumbler because, you know, I don't always drink coffee. So we're going to have my coffee mug and my tumbler. Everything in here is based on a theme. Okay, let's move this all out of the way for right now. Let's talk about these designs. I want to show you one of the designs and how I'm taking, I have these sets. So I have sets over on my Etsy page on the etsy.com/shop/the Sassy Subber. You will find this tumbler design. All right, and in that set, you get the key fob and you get the car coasters. But let me tell you about this little hidden gem right here. This is a lot of bang for your buck. So if you don't get the set for the key fob or the coasters, get the set for this. And here's why I'm going to explain this. This is a hidden gem. This is not only a tumbler, it's a 2-in-1 design, or 3 actually. It's a 3-in-1. So what you can do is print off your tumbler, right? You can actually make this bigger. You can go in and resize it. You can't necessarily change the color, anything of that nature, but you can crop it for your needs, and then that's okay with me. Here's your shirt design. So you could take this, use this as your shirt. Well, now you've got this little tiny piece of digital paper. Well, what are we going to do with that digital paper, Nikki? Well, I printed it off, and now I'm going to be using that to make my key fob and my hand sanitizer. So now literally it all matches, and I didn't have to buy another file in these shapes. You could use this for a lot of other things, so it's very versatile. I set this design up deliberately this way for a couple of reasons. So not only is it printer friend, like mug press friendly or convection oven friendly, because really there's no seam. There's a faux seam here, but when you wrap this around, right, you have a white space. Everybody struggles with the seam. So I wanted you to stop struggling. I wanted you to be able to pump these out very, very quickly, have some beautiful designs. But if I can manipulate the design to make it useful for you, that's what I was all about. So again, this is a 3-in-1 design. Not only do you get the tumbler, you make it slightly bigger. You've kind of got some digital paperwork in here. And then you also have a shirt design. How cool is that? So we're just going to wrap everything up. We're going to sit here and tape it all. I'm going to talk to you about different things that you can, think about. So as I said, these tumblers come from RREM distributor. She is my go-to for my tumblers. So let's get this all lined up. Now I want mine to go to the edge, and there we go. I'm going to be putting these, we'll do these in a little bit. I'm going to be putting these in my tumbler press that I have, that I got from Heat Press Nation. So my regular tumbler press is actually just, it's a 6-in-1, and I went and got the tumbler attachment. So we're going to pull this nice and tight, as we do with everything else. There will be a slight overlap. That is fine. I just put it down. We're not putting this in the convection oven because, again, I have my tumbler press, so there's no need for it. But I will come through and make sure that this seam is completely down. Now, here's the thing. With it being white right there, oh, this is so forgiving. And I love the fact that I made it forgiving because, sometimes you just need a win. Even if it is just for a tumbler, right? You need a win. So there we go. I want to make sure I cover up that whole seam really, really well. I run my nail right down through it. Okay, get it nice and push down there. Now, what I have found for me is if I wrap my top and my bottom, I am more successful. And it basically helps with it making it nice and tight. But this is just what I have found works for me. Now you see that I switched tapes. That's because I used the tape from Driven by Graphics. And this is a little bit more pliable for when you're wanting to come around the top edge of your mug or the bottom edge of your mug. The ones from Johnson Plastics, it's a little bit stiffer, which is okay for my seams. But when I want to put it around my mug to get a nice tight seal, I like to use the more pliable tape. And I just found that that's what works for me. Everybody has their own method. Some people use the silicone things, but because I'm putting it in my tumbler press, I didn't want those silicone bands. I just want to add some tape here. I circle it around, and now she's ready. And now she's ready for my mug press. We're going to move right along in this. So I decided, because I'm a little extra and it's for me, right? So I made this shirt design. If you notice in that tumbler one, the mom print is a plain mom. I decided to go in and put the flowers inside it so that it would match my shirt. So I not only have the shirt design, I now have the matching mug. And I'm going to wrap this around so that it's super pretty. Now, let's talk about how to wrap a mug. Now, I usually do mine about 8.5 inches or so, whatever it is. But for mom, it's a little bit, I think this is only 8 inches I had done. Now, you want to make sure that you center it on either side of your handle. You can get right close to the handle. Some people press right in underneath the handle, but this is the word mom, so I didn't feel the need to do that. We're going to add some tape to either side. I don't add a lot of tape at all to either side of it because it goes right again in my tumbler press, my mug press. And you'll see me switch out the elements for that because I find that it just works better than trying to put this big 15 ounce in my tumbler attachment. I definitely have a mug attachment that I like best. And that's all I do. I don't add any other tape. It's very, very simple and easy. And we have that. Now, as I spoke to you guys about the neoprene, here's the thing with neoprene. Neoprene can be kind of tricky. Now, most times I like to use my velvet lint roller on my neoprene, but for this, I definitely want my sticky lint roller. Neoprene is forever known at carrying those blue fibers that are absolutely everywhere. So you want to make sure you really lint roll, and this is where that sticky lint roller is going to come in handy. Let's do those car coasters while we are at it. There we go. Just gonna look up and check the comments. Good morning to everybody who has joined this morning. So now all of my neoprene is completely ready. And then we're also gonna do, you know what, while we're here and we have the lint roller out, why don't we just lint roll our key fob material. And there we go. Okay, so now we are set there. We'll set that aside. So like I said, you could take that tumbler design and you're able to use it for multiple designs and multiple things. Love the feature. Now, I don't pre-press my neoprene. Why? Well, because it kind of swells. So I'm going to go in here and I want to lay it wherever I may want to. I can lay it, again, you can have fun with however you want to lay it. But make sure you try to layer it the same way. You can even, this was a little bit big, but that's okay. Go in here. I like the kind of haphazard look to this. I want more pink in this because I'm all about the pink. Let me tell you what inspired me. So I probably could put even something down here, right? Here's what inspired me to make these pink sunflowers. So Cheyenne had posted on her Facebook page about all these different colored sunflowers. And we came across, it's called a pink oil sunflower. And it is stunning. I literally went in and was like, I need to make this sunflower. I absolutely need to have this pink sunflower in my world. And bam, there, the pink sunflower was born. Well, I sat on this for so long with making beautiful things with just the pink sunflower that I said, I think it would be gorgeous with the yellow. And all I kept coming back to was like strawberry banana, strawberry lemonade. Those two colors just jive really well with each other. And I thought I need to now put the pink with the yellow sunflower. Stunning. Well, they actually have a teal sunflower as well, which is my brand colors. So you know that's coming down the pike because your girl has to have her brand. We'll talk about brand today too while we're in here. And while I'm not on brand today, I'm on brand for mom. Mom is on brand today. So we're going to talk about what on brand is. We'll talk about that later in the Sass. So we have this, and when you're closing your heat press, so you're going to want to put your butcher paper down. You're going to want to make sure that you make your little burrito sandwich. Make sure you've lint rolled it. But you almost want to have your press kiss this. So light pressure. You don't want to use the squish the heck out of me pressure with neoprene. You can with the car coasters because these are really dense. With the keychain type neoprene, you really just want some light pressure, nothing crazy on this. So we will be pressing that momentarily. So like I said, we are going to be making myself car coasters. Now, the beautiful thing about my car coaster designs is they don't come with the notch. Why? Well, one, because you could decide where you want to put the notch. Two, you can also repurpose it and use it for other items. So because I want this, don't mind my head if it comes over the camera. Line her up. Get her so where you can see your design all the way around the edge. Tape it all down. Okay, and let's do the other one. So I've decided that the pink sunflowers are totally my jam. While my brand colors are teal and my favorite color happens to be blue, I really enjoy pink. Now, you'll also know that I am not truly a fan of yellow, and here's your girl wearing a yellow shirt today because I love butter yellow. Okay, yes, I said it. I said it. You heard me. I do love butter yellow. I don't like school bus yellow. I don't like daffodil yellow. I like a butter yellow. So that is, I just like the softness of butter yellow. It's just pretty. It's not in your face, and I don't look jaundiced when I wear it. So that's always a bonus, right? So we have that. Now we're moving over to that key fob as we tape it. Now here's the beautiful thing about key fobs. You want to make them, so this is about 13 inches wide because you want to take in consideration of what's going to be stuffed inside your little clamp here. And as for the design, it is completely up to you. So this has definitely a generous bleed here. I probably could have gone a little bit thinner on it, which you can fix that in your files too, because what you guys see printed is what's in the file section, right? But sometimes people get like 1.5 inches, and I didn't want it to be too crazy, but you can definitely put less, shrink it down, thin it out, if you will. All right. So I put a couple pieces of tape all along the edge so that it's this. Now, can you do the back side of it? Oh, absolutely. Am I doing that today? No. I'm going to leave it white on the inside. You can actually go in and put glitter on the inside if you wanted to, with printed, or I'm sorry, not printed, but HTV glitter. You could go in and heat press that on there, and now you've got a really pretty key fob. We are going to be adding tassels. I pulled these color tassels because I really want to see what it looks like after I've pressed it, because remember, when you press sublimation prints, they go darker. All right, so there you go. We are now set and ready to get over to the heat press. Let's get that butcher paper. Now, if you're new here, welcome. If you guys missed out who I am, my name is Nikki Adamkowitz. I am the Sassy Subber. I am a graphics designer, and I run a sticker shop and whatnot. But let's really talk about who I really am. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. First and foremost, I am those two titles. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm an entrepreneur. I am so many things, and that's what's celebrated as a mom. The hats many moms wear, right? So I like to use butcher paper on the bottom and the top when I'm pressing things. Why? It protects the investment. You're going to hear about this. I say it every single Sunday so that it is ingrained in the brain. We protect our investments, because you never want a repeat project to kind of show up later, right? We just don't want that. So right now we're going to make the key fob. I'm going to lay it down here. We're going to fold it over. Because none of these substrates, with the exception of the neoprene, are the same width, right? They're just not. Make sure I did it correctly. Happens to be at the right pressure right now. So I'm doing 395 for 65. This heat press runs more true. My old heat press, I used to run it at 385 because it ran hot. One of the things that you should probably get, and I will grab it later, is a heat gun. The heat gun is probably an essential tool you need in your arsenal of things, because over time your heat presses can run hot. So you might want to adjust for those times that happens. And that can just happen over age. That just happens. Does it happen to everybody's heat press? No, not necessarily. Let me see what we got. Do you mind telling me where you got your key fob material? We got it from Country Brook Design. Comes in a roll, and you can also get this. The ladies, we have Jess, Jody, Cheyenne, and Amanda, are posting the links where they can. You have Jess and Amanda over on the YouTube. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're over on Facebook. And then you have Cheyenne and Jody over on YouTube. But you guys can get it at Country Brook Designs. The ladies like to post the links in when I'm talking about stuff, so look for those 4 ladies. They're posting links for you guys, answering your questions. I might not see your questions, but look for them. They are answering your questions. I do like to go back in my Sass and answer those questions. So if you're here watching me live, which you are right now, you're going to put hashtag sassy. When you go back and watch me on the rewind, put hashtag rewind. There's a reason behind it. So it allows for me to be able to see who's watching things on the replay, right? All right. So now we're going to let this cool off. And here we have a mom design. Now, I probably could have thinned it out a little bit so I saw more of the plaid look behind it, but honestly, it still came out gorgeous. Absolutely love this. Now, I will tell you, it looks like the pink is more of like a peachy coral on the more coral side of the pinks, which is a beautiful, beautiful pink. And it picks up on the lighter tones of my sunflowers. So here is this. We're going to put this together. Now, what I like to do with my key fobs is, one, trim off any of this little schmutz that's here. I like to get myself a lighter. Now, please be advised, do not do this around children. Please be safe. Keep this out of the hands of kids when you are doing anything with fire. I like to come in here and seal this edge, melt it down so it's sealed so that I don't have to worry about any little threads at any point coming up. And now it's nice and sealed. Okay. All right. So now that it's nice and sealed, you can see where we're going with this, right? I'm going to take my little handy dandy tool here, slip it inside here, get that out of the way. Okay. Take this, line it up, stick her inside, and I'm trying to do this live and one-handed. This is great, Nick. Awesome. Okay. You know, because doesn't everybody just do this stuff live and one-handed? Okay, there we go. There. Make sure it's nice and tight on both sides of your fob. Okay, so now we have a beautiful key fob. I like to dress it up a little bit. The question becomes, what color do I want? Now, this is mustard yellow. Remember what I said 5 seconds ago? I'm not a fan of mustard yellow, so I'm not going to probably use this because it's not my thing. But I will tell you, this mustard yellow picks up really beautifully in these sunflowers. It's just not me. Now, I could go with the white, but there's a lot of white going on here, so I want to add the pops of color. We all know where I'm headed, right? You saw that, right? You saw that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the pink, and I think it's just a nice statement to this. This is what happens when your girl decides to go get her nails done too, because I have a huge event for me coming up on this week. You know, got to get your nails did. So I'm not only adding this beautiful tassel in the softest pink ever, I'm also adding this clip. And now I have this absolutely perfect, gorgeous key fob with tassel. It's stunning. There you go. Peep the colors. Peep the colors. Okay, so now this is a completed key fob for me. I love the fact that I'm making myself stuff today. So we're going to go throw these. These are your car coasters. We're going to throw those onto the platen. I am still using my paper. I'm just folding it over, and I'm going to drop it like it's hot because it is. And we're going to still keep right on going. The reason I didn't change the pressures because the pressure was made for the key fob, right? Perfect. Well, now for the car coasters, because they're a little bit thicker and I want that firm pressure, I didn't have to change the pressure on my heat press. Next up, we're going to be doing this, and then we're going to jump right into mugs. Let's see what we got going on here. Is that fob material the same as used for the lanyards? No, actually it's not. So lanyard material is a very thin material, thinner. This is a webbing. There's the difference. Could you use it for lanyards? You absolutely could. It's going to be very stiff. This material is very stiff. It's thicker. It's called a webbing. Lanyard material is it's a woven material, but its flexibility is more towards like ribbon, if you will, if that makes sense. But no, this is definitely not a lanyard material because it is thinner. So, or it is thicker. I'm sorry. So the lanyard, this would not work for lanyards. Going back to that, this stuff right here is thicker. Could you? Yeah, you could, but it's just heavy. So here we go. Now we have my car coasters. You see a theme being built here. All right. So, like I said, it's a little bit thicker. Could you definitely use it? Yeah, you could, but it's just really thick, and it's not something I would use. I definitely would find a thinner material. You can get the key fob material by the yard, I believe from Condi. You can get it from there. All right, so now we've got my coasters. As you can see, we are still building this theme. You see it already on my shirt. Let's do those neoprenes. Now, remember, I'm not changing the pressure. The reason I'm not changing that pressure is, again, because I knew it was already at the right pressure for the neoprene. I was able to just also do my key fob and my car coasters without changing the pressure, because these are these are in variety of thicknesses. So we're just going to put this down. Remember, it does swell. You just kind of want to kiss it for this. You don't want squish the heck out of me. If I feel like this has squished the heck out of me, I'm going to loosen up a little bit. Oh, I need to loosen up a little bit more than that. Perfect. So you want it to just basically sit on it. You don't want it to be squished the heck out of me. So a light pressure, this way it still kind of stays in its general shape. If you add too much pressure to those neoprenes, you can flatten it like a pancake. And then it just doesn't look nice. You really want to make sure that it's light pressure. Let's see. Yes, exactly. Terry Formo just totally took that great comment right there. This is like dog collar material. Absolutely the best way to describe it. So if you know what a dog collar material feels like, this is the same type of material. That's why you can use it for key fobs. Belts, you can use it for belts, strapping on things. So that's what that is for. Like I said, you can get the lanyard material. I've done lanyards. I actually outsource lanyards. And the reason being is because they just take so long to make. And when you're making sometimes hundreds of them, it's just easier and more cost effective to outsource them. So I did a very light pressure on this, and you will see, ow, that it's hot. But how pretty. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love. And these come from Driven by Graphics Supply Co. And this is just literally helping finish off this theme. We're going to fold this up. We're going to throw this away. We're going to get a new piece of butcher paper, because this is what happens. Okay, this is what is called off-gassing. It will happen when you make a decent bleed on your items. If your bleed is too close to the edge of your prep or of your image, that's leaving a lot of room for error. When your bleed is just, it hugs super close to this, if this shifts at all, you're going to end up seeing the dreaded white, right? And we don't want that. That's why you want to have a nice bleed, not an overly big bleed like I did with my key fob, but you'd want one that's just barely around the edge. This way, you don't have any room for errors, at least in that realm, right? You don't want to have that be a thing that you could have possibly fixed. Now, because I know what the front side looks like, I am going to try to match it with the back side. Now, I could move it just to give it some visual interest if I wanted to, but I'm going to put it generally in the same spot as the front. I'm going to put a little bit of tape. Thank you. You know what? It's super pretty. And with Mama's Day coming up rapidly, because we were talking at the beginning of May, May 8th to be exact, this is perfect, and it's quick, it's easy. Put some more butcher paper on the top. I cut myself too short of a piece on this one. And now it goes down. While we're getting that all set up, I'm going to bring up the mug press. Ugh. There we go. So because I already have my tumbler attachment in there, we're going to do the tumbler attachment first, and then we're going to just switch it over. You're going to watch me switch it over to my mug press, and then I will have a completed Mom's Day theme for me. I guess that's just one thing that we forget to do, is stuff for ourselves. How many times do we forget to just do stuff for ourselves, right? So I was like, you know, I need to make something for me for once, and not have it be a screw up to remind me of how much I failed that day, or the projects that took me 100 years to learn. You know, I wanted something pretty for me for once. So what am I setting this at? This right here, we're setting it at 365 for 45 seconds. That's what we're doing for this one. It heats up very fast. I got mine from Heat Press Nation, and then I've had mine for years now. And then hot. Not only did I get this, it comes with other attachments. I just went and purchased the attachment from it. Can you buy just a coffee mug and tumbler attachment for it? You absolutely can. As you guys can see in the video too, you can see how these two are just stunning. And they're not squished the heck out of me flat. It's just a kiss of your heat press, and you have some absolutely stunning things. Now, you're going to ask me, there it is. Here's my hand sanitizer bottle. There you go. And it fits my hand sanitizer bottle. With me traveling next week, I wanted something just absolutely pretty. And I didn't want these necessarily to say mom on them. I just wanted them to fit the theme. Okay, so we have those. We'll continue with those. This is almost ready. Gonna go to the comments section. Yes, I hate owning all the flip-flops. I love making flip-flops. I absolutely love making flip-flops. I will say that. So let's talk about the whole Mother's Day thing. So you can definitely put, moms love to wear their kiddos. Okay, we're proud of those. That's probably our greatest achievement, are our kiddos, right? And we love to wear our kiddos' names, and it just brings a sense of pride. Now, I will tell you, not a lot of dads would like to wear their kiddos' names on their shirt. I'm just saying it's not a fan favorite in the father folk category, right? But for us mamas, we're uber proud of this. We went through a lot for that, right? So we don't mind wearing stuff like what's on my shirt right now, and also having it themed out. And if you add the fact that it's gorgeous to boot, we're gonna rock it all the time. Now, I love the fact that I have my coffee mug for my morning. I then have my tumbler for later in the afternoon when I'm drinking my water. I have my key fobs. I have my chapstick holder, my hand sanitizer, things that I'm actually still going to use, but it's still pretty, right? My car coasters, that kind of stuff. So when you're thinking about your Mother's Day theme things, remember the sets that I have that I've posted. So far I've posted 3. I want to post a little bit more, but I'm curious. I'm totally stuck on flowers right now, so I apologize for that. But remember, there's that hidden gem with the tumbler that allows for you to do other substrates. You could do a lens cloth to add right into that. Add the mom design to a cosmetic bag. That's a beautiful thought as well. You can even take those car coasters designs. I was talking to friends of mine last night, and those car coasters, you can size them up and they make beautiful wind chimes. Wind chimes, wind spinners, all of that stuff, you can size it up, that particular design for the wind chimes. How gorgeous would that be? A mom wind chime, add a shirt, add a tumbler, a coffee mug, the key fobs. Do you see where I'm going with this? And it's still all in the same theme, and you got that one set that came with the key fob, the coasters, and the tumbler, and you're able to use it for other items that totally coordinate with that theme, and now you've got it themed out. Here's one thing I will say about us moms. We like our stuff to be not matchy, but within the same theme. All right, we love things that coordinate with each other. They just look pretty. They feel finished, right? They feel finished. So there you go. Let me see. I carry around a tube of super glue in my chapstick, yes, holder, and you never know when you fix it. You know what they also do? They also carry in here scissors. This is great for those who are into embroidery. You could put your scissors in here, and this is a great scissor holder. And I say this one because this one is a touch bigger, and this is the hand sanitizer holder versus this one. But yes, you absolutely could put a small hand pair of scissors in here as well if you did not want to use this as a hand sanitizer holder. Some people do use it for super glue, absolutely, because you never know what you're going to need it for. You can make these into mini survival kits. You know, it sounds crazy, but you could put a couple Band-Aids in here. You could put some baseball themed on here for mom, right when she's at the baseball field. You could put a thing for like Neosporin and a couple Band-Aids, and you could get the little packets of like Tylenol and stick this, and now you've got a quick travel kit, the smallest travel kit ever. You could definitely use this. That was a great thing outside the box in a whole hot second. Did you just hear that? Because I just heard that. I just literally came off the cuff with that one. So there you go. You can use this as a mini survival kit kind of thing right there. And use this hand sanitizer one because it is larger, so you get a more bang for your buck. But total thing outside. Dads. See, we just skipped over to mom. You see how I just went to dads on that one? Dads would love a little survival kit as well. You could use it for sewing notions, that kind of stuff. Mind blown. You're welcome. Welcome. My mind just, you all just went and are now going to go over to Driven by Graphics Design Co. or Supply Co. Sorry, Supply Co. And you're going to go buy yourself some hand sanitizers because you now just thought of travel survival kits. You just heard it. You heard it here first. I got it here first. Right here. All right, let's get to this. So what I like to do is I like to put that seam up on the top or on the bottom. I like to do this way when I go to turn my tumbler, I know where I started and where I finished. So I'm gonna go and put this, we're gonna go like this. There's my seam. Whoops, what is that? Okay. I'm gonna put it nice inside here. And it's already nice and tight. I wanna make sure it's definitely snug. All right. It's going to be in here for 45 seconds. I'm going to rotate it around and it'll give it another 45 for this. I need to find my finger protectors because this thing is hot when it comes out of here. Oh, finger protectors. Oh, there they are. We're doing the white glove treatment today. That's right. Yep, little coin purse. You could use that little design for the little coin purses that you can get from Johnson Plastics. They're the little tiny ones that you can get. I don't know if Condi has the small coin purses, but that would be really cute for them as well. Lots of fun things you can do, right? So I know I want to print some faux leather. So if you guys didn't know, I print faux leather. And I want to print some faux leather in the same design so that I can make my own little coin purses out of the faux leather. I'm super excited about that. So that'll be coming, but I can't do any of that until I come home next after my amazing epic journey that I'm going on next week. For those who have missed the bouncing ball, I'm headed to Chattanooga, Tennessee, where I'm teaching my very first live. Like I will actually be with close to 100 people in a room, and they get to listen to me, and they get to yell at me and grumble, and I get to hear you grumble at me this time. So I'm doing that. I set out to do this 4 years ago. I set out on this path to do this, and it's taken me 4 years to get here, but oh, what an epic journey I am on, and I am so excited for the whole adventure I'm going on. I'm actually joining some friends who are coming with me on this crazy adventure. Let's see. Get this tape off of here. Of course, I gotta have hot Toledo. There we go. Do I take my time pulling this off? Yeah, probably more than I should, but I just do. Where's that tape? There it is. Hot. I will tell you that I've gotten much better at doing my tumblers, and it's all because of my Tumbler Press. I will definitely tell you it's because of my Tumbler Press. There we go. hot. You're like, no kidding, Nick. You just took something out of that's something like 350 degrees. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I can hear you. That's going to be another thing is, you know, teaching this live for the first time. I'm actually going to hear you grumble at me. Oh, she's perfect. Okay, so let's talk about it. This is where my seam was, okay? Because I did a very forgiving design, I didn't have to worry about my seam issues, but look how pretty. Can you peep the colors? Like, I have a perfect tumbler. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I am totally in my feels right now. And it's because I made something beautiful for myself, and it's not a mess up. It's not a mess up. Oh, finally. I finally did it. Okay. So, I'm going to turn this off real quick. I'm going to unplug this. I am going to get my little handy dandy glove right here because I'm going to be pushing up against this metal, and I don't want to be, you know, doing that. So you're going to see how easy it is. Now, some people have multiple presses. They want to, you know, keep it at one type of tightness. That's the word I was looking for. So they want to keep it at one setting. I don't care. It doesn't bother me to change my settings at all on things. You learn over time what your time, temper, pressure is. You learn over time where your settings are for your equipment, because everybody's equipment is different. I mean, I could get people who buy a tumbler the same, and their thickness or their pressure is going to be slightly different than mine. And so, you know, that's a beautiful thing. It makes the world go round. All right. Okay. We're going to put this back in here. This is for my 15-ounce mugs. I only do 15-ounce mugs. I moved away from the 11-ounce mugs years ago. I just found that people wanted the bigger mug. So if I was going to do an 11-ounce mug, I use those as my promotional mugs. One, because they're a little less expensive, and two, they scream promotional for me. But I love me a good 15-ounce mug. Oh, that's all I use in my house. Amongst all the mess ups, right? So we have that. We're just going to put this all back in here. If I can get it to line up, it'd be great. Okay. Again, this doesn't take long to heat up, but I do have to tell you for this one, I will do it at a higher temperature. So I do it at 390 because I know my press. And then I do it for 201 seconds. I know you're going to say, Nikki, what's the difference between the 201 and 200? I honestly have no clue. I just know that that's what I've always set it at because that's what I was told when I was first learning, and I've never changed it. Now, while this is in here, I know for a fact I need to loosen up my pressure a lot. So I can sit here and loosen up my pressure. I love the dual knobs because if I wanted to do a tapered mug, I can do a tapered mug, you know, the stuff with the butts and whatnot. So tighten this up just a little. Almost there. Let this warm up. Doesn't take long for this thing to warm up either. So there we go. I'm going to head over to the comment section, see what y'all are working on. I just worry about my full bleeds on my tumbler and not getting them done right. Absolutely, I can totally agree with that one. And Bobby said it best. She has done so much better with her tumbler press. It's just made it so it's so pretty. I mean, that is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And you know, you don't have any of that. You know when your paper sticks to a tumbler, it feels fuzzy? Yeah, there's no fuzzy here. No fuzzy wuzzy was a bear. Okay. But now I have it saying Mom. I did a design that's very forgiving. It is gorgeous. It's perfect. I'm in love, and that's all that matters. all that matters, right? So I made myself a shirt. I made myself a tumbler. I've made myself a hand sanitizer holder that we could pretty much dub anything else. I've got my chapstick holder, my key fob, and we're going to be working on this mug momentarily. So while this is heating up, let's talk about branding for a second. So I've been talking to you guys a lot about branding. What is on brand? What does it mean to have branding colors? So I use Canva for my brand. Why? Because I can interchange things very easily with my brand colors. I don't have to remember what they are. Yes, I use Photoshop, but Canva has proved that it's a great place to do your branding. So for my branding, my colors are teal, gray, black, white. I have two different colored teals, and it's a darker teal and a lighter teal, so I can interchange them, right? But you want to have your stuff be what I call on brand. And it's not something that it's everybody posts about it. So on brand means it falls within your color scheme of your stuff. It's on brand. You look at my stuff and you go, that's Sassy Subber. It makes you think of it. That's what branding does. It allows for people to remember who you are. Now, believe it or not, the color theme that I'm wearing right now is my friend Beverly's brand. So she would be on brand with this particular mom design because it's all the colors in her brand, right? Do you have to brand all of your stuff? No. Can you? Absolutely. That's what makes it beautiful. From everything from social media marketing to all of your stickers to your, I'm looking right at it too, the banners, everything can have your themed colors in it. So people start to recognize it by the color, not only by the logo. So you put your things on brand. If you're in my Facebook group, you will see all of my question stuff. Even the ladies here on the Sass are in my brand colors. Let's bring up those ladies one more time, and I will show you how I branded them out. As you guys can see, I have my brand colors right here. And when you guys see me on the Sass, when it comes on my logo picture, when I start the Sass, is all on brand, right? So this particular, you will see I have the two different shades of teal. My accents are in black. And then if I wanted to, I could have added some hints of the white. But for this is totally what I mean is on brand. It has the two different colored teals. You associate it with the Sass, and now you have pictures of the four ladies. So it took something that could have been very generic by having just the four ladies on, let's say, a teal background, one solid color. I could have totally did that, but I decided to up the ante, if you will, and I put a little bit of a lighter teal in the back. I dropped in some darker teal flowers, and now when you look at it, you see the Sass. All right. So that's pretty much what branding is. It's about seeing your theme everywhere. It's about knowing that when you see those colors, people start to recognize you for your colors. So you want to make sure that you try to brand yourself. We're going to be doing a class in May with Miss Cheyenne. We're going to talk about branding. We're going to talk about Canva and how it can work for you to help you with your brand. All right, so we're going to be talking about that. Let's see. Let me see. Can you post the webbing link again for the keychain? Sure. Ladies, can you please post the Country Brook design link, please, for Miss Denise Williams? Howdy from Bingo. Hello, that Tumbler attachment is amazing. Right, Bobby? Absolutely amazing. Okay, so now this is up to speed. Let's get this back here. And we'll continue with the whole branding conversation. So make sure that you guys, if you notice, even my nails are on brand. Yes, even my nails are on brand. Let's drop it in here. So this is going to bake here for about 201 seconds because the type of heat press I have, you bring it up to temperature, you put it in, it drops down in temp. It'll drop down for me it could drop down at about 330 ish. It could drop down to, and then it'll come right back up to temperature as it cooks for the 201 seconds. Other ones, you heat it, it goes down, and it does different things. So just make sure you know your heat press or your mug press and know how to use it. Let's see what we got going. Because of you, Tumbler Press. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? Yes. Yes. Hashtag adventure time. Oh, I love that. It is. I am so excited for this adventure. I'm nervous. Can we talk about that? I'm kind of nervous. I know this is kind of a different Sass because it is about me. And I'm not normally one to sit here and promote only me. I'm not one to sit here and talk about my crazy adventures. I would much rather tell you about Jess, Jody, Cheyenne, my sister, and any of my vendors and my mods and my designers. I'd rather tell you all about them. And so today is Selfish Me Day. Okay, it's Selfish Me Day. From making beautiful things for me to travel with next week, to successfully doing a Tumbler live, not messing this up, to my crazy adventure I'm starting on. So I said about 4 years ago, I said, I want to travel. I want to travel and meet Sassy Nation. I want to know who the members are in my tribe. And if I'm going to kind of dip into this whole idea. If you've ever seen the show Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives with Guy Fieri, he rolls up to a restaurant in his fancy car and he talks about the company and whatnot. I am totally stealing that idea, okay? I love the whole concept of the idea, except I want to visit small businesses in our world. I want to go in and see your shop. I want to talk to you what made your journey start. I want to meet friends along the way. I plan on trying to get Karina to do an interview with me this coming week. She is my co-teacher. I was asked if I would teach. They said, you could teach sublimation, Nikki. I'm like, okay. And then I found out Karina's teaching all things sublimation. And I said, can I just join her? I mean, I'm the one that's been teaching her. So can we just do it together? And she's like, yes. So we're teaching all things sublimation next week in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I am starting and embarking on the most incredible adventure this year. Between my kiddos moving out, us moving to Florida, and me going to Chattanooga next week, and then I'm in Dallas-Fort Worth in July, and then we're headed to Vegas in October. This is a crazy adventure year. It's where I'm discovering who I am as a business owner. It's where I'm discovering who I am as a person because, while yes, I'm still a mom, I've literally focused my entire life on my children. My entire adult life, if you will. So that's kind of cool. All right, we're going to... Nice part about this mug press is I could just sit it right here and not kill myself. All right, let's see how this... I can see the design. Oh, for the love. Shut the front door. Look at that. Look at the color. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Wow, look at me go. I still surprise myself. Even after doing this for 6 years. I still surprise myself with how beautiful my designs come out. The vision, right? We have a vision for our designs. And we can put them on a computer screen and we can think, oh, it's going to come out great until you press it and it's way too dark. And you're like, what was I thinking? Or, you look at a design, you think, oh, that's going to be really pretty until you press it. And you're like, that is the ugliest thing I've ever made in my life. We have those moments. I still have those moments. But I love how surprised we all get when we successfully do it, right? We're successfully pressing all these things and it's just cool. It's just cool. All right, let's see about moving things back right where they're supposed to be. Let me get the mug press off the top. Lots of cool things happening. Ugh. I'm always telling you guys to set goals. Remember, if you speak the goal needs to happen. I tell you guys that all the time. Speak the goal, and your goal has to happen. It means you actually have to go and do it. Speak your truth. speak who you are, right? And I did 4 years ago. We're finally here. All right, I'm gonna take my board, and I want to put my mugs down so you guys can see the set. You guys know what my shirt looks like, but I'm gonna show you what this looks like all together. Just give me a second. Stop rolling. Good gravy. Hold on, there we go. Perfect. Wait till you see the trick that I just did. Okay, so my tumbler keeps rolling, and I want to be able to take a picture. So I stuck a piece of tape to the tumbler and taped it to my board so it stops rolling. Stop rolling. Here's my stuff. Here's my key fob. We're gonna put this. I do actually have a special tool that pulls this apart for me, and I just don't know where it is off the top of my head. And it's a split ring. And of course, you know, gotta have nails, and gotta screw this up this way. Come on. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Tweezers work just as well. So that's all I needed to do was get my little thingy in here and slide it around. Okay, so now I've got that ready. Gorgeous, right? This is absolutely gorgeous. How do you just not love this set? And if pink's not your color, what color do we want to make? I made a blue, a teal sunflower one, and I did make a navy and blush design. Love the navy and the blush. So you'd have to tell me what colors you want. Just remember, certain color themes are harder to do, especially if I want to add an extra color. So there's that. There we go. And now I have the most incredible set for myself. So let's talk about this. Absolutely gorgeous, right? I use a paper clip. I actually have a pair of pliers that are made for it. You would think I would have them right handy, but there you go. So there is the most gorgeous set. And I can't wait to take actual pictures of these with my backdrops and whatnot. This is just stunning. This is stunning. Let me, and I don't think you guys can understand. I'm going to pull the ring light on here so you guys can see a little bit better the colors. Hopefully they come, you know, hopefully they show well in this, but how gorgeous is that? So like I said, I took my tumbler design, and while I added flowers to my mom, you can take this and put this particular design on a shirt. I then also cut it so that this particular design right here, I used for my, sorry, the ring light's in the way. I used this for my key fobs and my chapstick holders and hand sanitizer. So I took this, shrunk it down so that I could use it for these items. So when you get the set, when you buy the set, you get the tumbler design, the key fob, and this. You can use these for those wind chimes you can get from Rider Digital Works. So you could definitely put this for mom. Again, you get a lot of bang for buck in this set. So that's what I love about it. And I love how versatile I made this so that you guys could use it for other things. Love it. Whole thing on point. Absolutely in love with this. Can you do something with dahlia? Of course I can. You want blue dahlia flowers? Absolutely. The rings usually come with the items. Yes. So for the key fob piece, it comes with this and this jump ring, split ring thing. It comes with this. I purchased these. You could purchase these lobster claw. There's a variety of different ones. This is what I just happen to have right now in stock, so I was just using it. But yes, this hardware comes like this. Let me hide that. Comes with the clamp and this ring. So Could you use something different? Sure. But you buy them separately at Country Brook. You can buy, I think they have the kits with the webbing, but you can also buy just the webbing and just the key fob pieces, the hardware. Oh, good. Yes, this tumbler is, oh, I mean, seriously, it's gorgeous. In love. Oh, I'm like, why is there something on my tumbler? Yeah, it's tape, silly. You left the tape on. All right, let's go through it. If there's no questions in the comments section, we're going to go to this part of the Sass that we call the rewind. We're going to talk about a few things. You guys get to sit here and have some eye candy while I talk about it, where we got it from. All right, let's get to it. We're going to talk about the Mother's Day themes. So Mother's Day, we like to theme things out. We love a good set. It doesn't have to all read mom and your kids' names. As you can tell, I didn't put it on everything with mom and the kids' names. I took this same thing from this tumbler design where I told you, you get a lot of bang for your buck on that tumbler design. You're able to use it for other things because of the way I set up the file. I made it a file for success for you to use on multiple things. I thought about you as the buyer when I was creating that tumbler design. Absolutely on point for that. Now, I took that side piece off of the tumbler and I was able to make a hand sanitizer holder and a chapstick holder. You could get these chapstick and hand sanitizer holders from Driven by Graphics Supply Co. or at drivenbygraphicsprintshop.com. He is slowly changing over his brand. As we talked about branding, he is rebranding. That is right. So Driven by Graphics Print Shop is going to Driven by Graphics Supply Co. You will see he has completely rebranded his website and whatnot, but he still has his owl, and he went to a more streamlined masculine look for his because it's run by a man, right? So here you go. You could get those items right there from his shop. These car coasters you could get from Sublimation Underground. She has the truck style and the standard. This happens to be the standard. The truck style is just a little bit bigger for those who drive trucks. Right here, this comes from RREM Distributors over on Shopify. This is her skinny tumbler. It is on point, absolutely gorgeous, totally successful for this girl who usually messes things up. I made something beautiful for myself for once. I took time out for me, right? All the designs you're finding here are completely found on my Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/the-sassy-subber. Now you have the key fob. Now this key fob material comes from Country Brook Designs, and the key fob hardware you can also find there as well. I got these little lobster hooks off of Amazon, and that's where I also got my tassels. I didn't need to have a sublimation tassel. I wanted just a very plain Jane tassel. I'm in love with these style tassels, and because I've already customized the wristlet key fob itself, I didn't need to add a little extra. I didn't need to be extra, all right? And I love this because it comes in so many colors and it complements it perfectly. And then you take that t-shirt design like what I'm wearing right now, and you could put it on a mug, shrink it down, and now you've got a beautiful coffee mug. You could add chocolates to it. Maybe you could add tea to it. Maybe some tea and biscotti, the individual wrap biscotti, some tea bags. Wrap it up and put it with some saran wrap, or not saran wrap, like bag wrap around it, the cellophane wrap, and now you've got a mini basket, if you will. If you're into the whole tumbler thing, you know, we can't sell alcohol, but what you can do is sell all the mixed stuff that goes with the alcohol mixed drinks, and you can put that in here. You can also add in maybe some sweet tea packets or the Crystal Light packets, think that kind of stuff, and you can add this to it, and now it becomes, again, a little gift set for the mom on the go. We talked about, when we were talking about these hand sanitizers, we were talking about how not only are they great for hand sanitizers, one of our members brought up, she puts super glue in these, so it's a super glue on the go. Well, I turned this into a mini travel kit for Band-Aids. You could put a package of Tylenol in here. Again, I would never recommend that you personally put Tylenol or alcohol, anything medical, med-related or alcohol, because it can come back onto you. But you can make a mini survival kit without them. So look up mini survival kits, and this is a great mini survival kit type of thing. Again, hand sanitizer holder, whatever the case may be, that's what you can use it for that. Now, I sell my hand sanitizer holders without anything in it because people like to refill, so I just leave it empty. It allows for people to put whatever they want in there that they like because of allergies. I don't want to bother somebody's allergies. So you have that. And then last but not least, you guys see my shirt. That's right. You guys see my shirt? This came from a Lucky Bird. Normally, I'm not a yellow fan, but this is a beautiful butter yellow. I absolutely love it. It complements the pink mom, but it picks up on those yellow sunflowers. And as you guys can see, it presses beautifully on the sunflower. It's hard to see because of the lighting in the shop, but it definitely, this is a light heather gray, and it pressed gorgeous. I will be posting pictures over in the Sassy Summer group where you'll find all of these wonderful things. Get a better look at it for all of that. Thanks for letting me take time out for me today and pressing stuff for me, selling my designs, and telling you about my epic adventure you guys get to go with me on next week. You guys will be very, very sad to know there will be no Sass next Sunday. I will be traveling back home from that adventure, so there will be no Sass next Sunday. I will start to resume my lunchtime lives for those no Sass Sundays, so you guys still get a little bit of Sass during your week. Please make sure you also check the calendar of the events over in the Sassy Summer group for the different times and channels and everywhere I'm going to be, what I'm up to, where there's a Sass, there's a no Sass. So I can tell you for the next 2 Sundays, May 1st and May 8th, there will be no Sass, but you will have some lunchtime Sass with me. And then the beginning of May, we have our Zoomy class in Zoom where we're going to be doing Canva classes. So we're going to have that, and I believe we have a silhouette class as well. Again, thank the ladies behind the helm today. Without the 4 of these beautiful, talented, absolutely gorgeous women, I would not be able to be as successful as I am. So thank you to Jess, Jody, and our newest members to the Sassy Tribe Sass is Cheyenne and my sister Amanda. So thank you ladies so much for all the links, keeping them updated, answering in all the questions. And thank you to my tribe of designers who are here who are also answering questions, like Terry Fillmore. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Sawgrass Ambassador Lori for popping in and saying hi. Good morning, my friend. If you have any needs for anything Sawgrass, head over to the Sawgrass users group run by Lori, and she can help you with all things Sawgrass. Until then, you guys have a great rest of your week. Look for me live all over the place on the interwebs as I go on the epic adventure of my lifetime. Until then, I'll see you all on the flip side.